One person asked me the other day about my opinion on Bitcoin, right? And I gave him my opinion and I thought I'll put it up here as well. Now, Bitcoin, if I go to put it in a very crude, nutshell kind of a manner, I would not invest in Bitcoin. So I'll explain you why I will not invest in Bitcoin, because the entire world, right, is rides on a kind of a seen and unseen power. So let's say, for example, right now we can say United States is definitely the most valued currency in the world, and the strength of United States is not in their economy. You'll be surprised they carry more debt than any other country in the world. So where does this strength lie, right? There are some very nice books. I read most of these books. It's very interesting because it goes to detail to explain all this structure, blockchain, Bitcoin. Now, what they say is the strength of the United States currency is actually in the 21 or 22 warhead nuclear submarines which go around the world. Simply put, it's the military strength that United States hold right now which dictates the value of the currency. So, for example, I'm going to somebody or a bank and I'm going to buy $100. Now, as long as I have this $100, right, there is two parties who actually validate the value of $100. Now, you can have different opinions of the $100 valuation. The more you print, it will go down. That's all fine, right? That is all things which can happen in the future. But today, right now, I hold $100. I can see it I can see it physically. And there are two parties who validate the value of the $100. One is, let's say, the United States Secretary, the Treasury, and one is, let's say, me, right? So we both we know this is the value, right? Nobody can come and say it is $50. No, it's $100, right? This is validated. Now, that goes into anything, right? Anything of value. Like, for example, if you look at property, like product, vehicles, house, materials, your attire, like clothes, whatever, there is an intrinsic value which two people get together and determine that this as a value, right? And you can see this physically, right? It's not speculation. You can see it, and there is a party who vets it, right? So there's a guarantee, a form of a guarantee, right? Now, the problem with Bitcoin is that first and foremost, it's decentralized. You can't see it. We don't know where it is, right? So you have this like a little pin, and you go in and log in at a cryptocurrency, whatever encryption key, and the system says that I have 10 Bitcoins, right? That is number one, right? I can't see it. It's a digital form. It says I have $10. The only authentication to that is what is called a blockchain technology. When I see that 10, there are 1,000 others who see the same 10. So that's the only validation, right? Number two, the value of that 10, the value of the Bitcoin is speculative, right? It doesn't have a single person like the United States Treasury, the example I gave, which backs that value. So, for example, today, the value of a Bitcoin can be, let's say, $100,000. It's a pure speculation. Who decides this at $100,000? Who? I don't know. It's demand, right? So everybody gets together and says tomorrow is $200,000. Who gets together? I don't know, right? Suddenly it goes to $200,000. Then suddenly it goes to $300,000. Nobody is backing this. It's pure speculation on something which you cannot see or feel, right? End of the day, the problem is that if it collapses, that's it, right? Everything just goes down, and that's it. Like, it becomes $1. What's going to happen, right? Even the founder of this Bitcoin, right? I don't know where he is. He's just a mysterious person. He did this, put the algorithm, and the algorithm may be strong. I'm not disputing that. But I don't know what his agenda was. What can be made by man can be also broken down by man. It's as simple as that, right? So this is my problem with Bitcoin. So if you're in the short term and you want to make some money, let's say you want to buy it at $100 and sell it at $120, that's fine. You can look at it like any trading platform, like a normal stock investment. But if you're looking at it like cashing your entire house and your family wealth and putting it so that your kids can go to college, I wouldn't advise on that because of these problems that I mentioned, right? Finally, remember, Bitcoin is almost like a pyramid system, because usually what happens is that people go and buy a Bitcoin, one or two, and they become the sort of elite articulators of this entire thing. So they are the ones actually who sell this whole thing, right? So the moment the guy sells it, he disappears. This is sad, right? I know so many VCs. Today you open up YouTube, these are rich people. They are the ones who come and advocate for this. But if somebody does the research, they are the biggest owners of Bitcoin, which is a very sad thing, right? So this is like a fueled kind of thing going on, like a frenzy. Will I invest in it? No. There are a lot of problems with it. I will not invest in it. Banks, treasury bills, properties, all those things are safe. You see something physical, there are multiple parties who actually give you a backed value, not speculative, a backed value on that. And also there is a kind of a security in that as well, right? So for example, if you have a bank account and let's say you lose your password, you still have an establishment where you can go and you can reset your password and they can help you. But with Bitcoin, you can't. I saw an article yesterday, one guy has lost his hard disk with something like $8 billion or something ridiculous value. And he is going around the world looking for this hard disk, the garbage dumps and all this, but he couldn't find it, right? I'll put up that article here also. But which is very sad, right? So you don't have, why take that risk? I mean, I wouldn't take it, but if you want to go ahead, you can try it. So this is my view on Bitcoin. I'm not saying everybody will agree with me. There'll be opposite people. Sometimes people who own Bitcoin will have opposite views, which is fine. The world always has free opinions and we can all live peacefully in this entire world. So let me know what you think as well. It will be interesting to hear. Thank you.